So this is my 2022 Jibun Techo Days. It's the current planner that I'm using to try and tackle my life. But as you can see, the cover is gray, but this is the actual planner booklet. And then inside is this little sheet of paper. And that's what you're seeing here. And I wanted to ... Can I remember? I wanted to replace this essentially because this gray isn't really my style. It's unassuming, that's cute, but I kind of want something a little bit more fun. So I thought I would make my own in order to put in here. And so after spending some time kind of thinking about what I want to do and noodling around in my sketchbook, if I can get to the page with the noodles. After noodling around with my sketchbook for a bit, I ended up on the idea of making a magical girl out of my most recent DnD character. And so we're gonna figure out how to turn her into a magical girl. That's the plan for today. What elements do I want to keep? Right? Because like if I think about her as far as like elements goes, right? Obvi, we have her hat. That's one element. Big witch hat. And then what are the other elements? She has a big collar, right? So that's something to choose whether we keep it or not. A little bit of something that can flow. And then the other thing that really stands out for her is the fact that she wears boots. So we can make those magical girl boots. You know, decorate them, like, again, like maybe this side has a skull, like this side has like a mushroom. As far as like changing her boots into like magical girl boots. Maybe a couple more hearts down here. I don't know. But that is an option. Okay, so my favorite like style is vintage, but make it anime. So I think I found a dress I might kind of want to modify a little bit to kind of give off some of that vibes, but we'll see if that gives me what I want. Because I also like this cloak that I found, and this idea doesn't include. I also like all of those. I also like that tall collar. I feel like a lot of times magical girl dresses like have that sort of off the shoulder look, so maybe I'll experiment with that, but I'm not. Maybe. I also like those big hats with veils too, but I don't feel like painting a veil today, so maybe we won't do that. Okay, again, this is a person. This is the outfit. I know what I kind of want to do with the shoes, like vaguely speaking. And then, but the question is like, for the dress, let me get just a bean down here. Just get a bean down, a rough bean, could be any bean. And then we are gonna do a big hat. I'm maybe gonna make maybe a little more witchy than her actual hat. And then we'll like decorate it with like leaves of varying colors and mushrooms. But this feels very autumny. I don't want to feel very autumny. I mean, so maybe we will not. Well, we're doing a hat. That's not negotiable. But maybe we won't add any leaves or anything. Maybe we'll embellish it with some flowers. Keep it like this type of hat. And we'll add flowers. I don't feel like drawing a sun hat either, because it's like it's still February. It's February the 1st as I'm recording this. And then like a big bow. Bows are very magical girls. I'm sure this is not visible on camera. So maybe we should try like an off-the-shoulder dress. And we ditch the big collar. Let's see what we can do as far as the bottom half of the dress goes. And then, so when I think of like magical girl dresses, I think that they, like obviously not all of them, but I think about that sort of tier look, you know, or like borrowing a little bit from like some Lolita fashion, which I guess I could grab but they're all gonna be like the type of Lolita fashion that I like, which is like not magical girly a lot of the times, because I'm not into like over the top, but I feel like you want to be over the top, but I kind of want it to have a decent amount of flow, and so I'm trying to figure out how to balance out like the frill and the flow. I really like this outfit, but I don't know if it's the vibe that I want. What if instead of a cloak, because that feels too autumn, a vest? Would a vest feel less autumn? Hold on, I'm gonna finish this. This doesn't feel magical girly enough. And then her boots. I mean, if I want the boots to stand out more, maybe simplify up here. I don't know. I was having some thoughts of like, what if instead of the cloak, which I mean I am a fan of, don't get me wrong, like we went with like a vest. That is still what I really like, but then I want the skirt to really feel like a magical girl skirt. Which, when I think of it, you know, I think maybe, obviously there's like kind of like the Sailor Moon route, but then there's like also like the Tokyo Mew Mew, Madoka sort of look also. But those looks, you know, usually then we don't have a collar. You know what I mean? So maybe, we can do like some like long like tails coming off of the vest itself. The hat's gonna make it always look a little witchy. I've accepted that. That's just the nature of having a witch hat on a character. They're gonna look like a witch. So you can play with some different shapes. mean, like, that mushroom shake would be like to have a really big like that, and then add more frill to it. So then maybe underneath that we have this layer of like actual, like, oops, I didn't curve my, I don't know where that was going. My brain forgot where the dress was, but you know. And then maybe over top of that, on the top side, we kind of have like a layer of like lacing. I mean, I kind of like this pose in of itself. I kind of like this. I feel like this outfit is giving me a little bit more magical vibes. Like, this is like more magical, but this is giving me like it has more potential to be a magical girl. Because then it's so weird, but it's like anime, so it's like fine. If we kind of like do like mushroom sleeves. Or like off the shoulder, maybe even sleeves. Instead of like going full like mushroom. We could do mushroom sleeves. Also though, I'm not sure. Mushroom sleeves or off the shoulder, they're both an option. And then like, mushrooms have gills and I hate them, but we can add these little guys to be the gills of the mushroom. Maybe a bow here. Because there's not enough bows. Maybe I think bows is really what's gonna do it as far as feeling like a magical girl. And then like some ribbons. And then maybe again some like, we can add frills at the end of this. And then like maybe also the lacing on it has like hearts. And it could be fun if it was like hearts, 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 and then a couple of maybe skulls, but I'm not sure about that one. Then we do an absolute curse of like covering the outfit with an object. But I really like this one. Like, I like this one. This is too cozy. Maybe in autumn we do something like that. But for this one, I quite am happy. I really like this one. I kind of like this drawing too, that like, I'll try her in the other pose, but I kind of really like this drawing so much. I'm gonna swap some ink on it, and then we'll try, but only thing is like I cut off her boots, so we'd have to extend this so that we can see her boots, because I like the way I drew her boots too much to like not have them. Oof, I messed up the hat. I don't know what that is. I have generated a tangent. Sick. Oh well. It's not the final anyways. Made a tangent and then I confused myself. You know what could have been also a fun idea, and maybe I'll do this in the future, is like putting her, since she, you know, she has some very earthy vibes, like putting her in like some Mori outfits. Because I do love me some Mori K. And then on this side, I can add our little skull. I don't know, it's just so classic to have like a heart and a bow, isn't it? So maybe we don't do a bow. But like, I don't know, I feel like we need a bow on the staff some. We'll refine what we want these shapes to look like actually later. But I'm just trying to get a clear sense of vision in my head regarding just the bigger shapes. Something like that. And the lace, we could put a little pattern. Or I like the idea of having the lace, but then like having like the little pattern be like above it. I like that. And then kind of with the scalloped edge here that doesn't line up with anything. There we go. We can do the same thing as far as like having like a little pattern. The skull. Okay, I do like this one. Okay, so I think I'm actually gonna stop here because I really think I've decided on the design that I like. And we will put this onto a planner in the next video. So, and as far as colors go, I have a sense of what I want to use, like her colors that you saw on the other page. But as far as wear and everything like that, I think I'm going to try and work that out once I completely make up my mind on the pose, like this pose versus like maybe a pose that's more dynamic or more scrunched, because then colors that might not be touching when she's standing be touching, and because this is just for like an illustration, then you have an ability to separate the elements a little better. So yeah, I think this was cute, but I think this one definitely kind of gets magical girl energy, and I'd be happy to have this on my planner. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one. Bye!